Hi everybody. What? Hi everyone. My name's Drew, and you're watching Drawing with Drew. Please excuse my new little pet. I found him at the thrift store. I figured he was pretty much exactly Poop Dog, and he's made in the 90s by a company called Sandy Cast. He will now be my mascot. This is the 5th video in my series where I'm creating the comic book called The Adventures of Poop Dog. I've already created 4 short comics in the previous videos. If you haven't seen them, you can check them out by going to my channel, or if you want to read the comics, just go right over to my Instagram page and you can read them there. And since I've already created 4 videos prior to this, I've talked a lot about the setup, the formatting, and everything else, so we can kind of just get right into the comic itself. I'm doing this as another personal project, and I want to create something that I am, I guess, proud enough of that I can send it out to the world. And you know, if I need to maybe use it as a bit of a portfolio, I'm thinking about down the road trying to do sketch cards for companies. So you kind of need to have a bit of a, you know, something that people can look at, and I think it'll benefit me in the future. So I'm willing to put the time in now so I have something that I'm proud of, something that I can share. So just like the other videos, this comic is going to be 2 pages. So that means that by the end of this video, I'll have had 10 finished out of 22 pages. So I'm well on my way. I'm gonna start off with the same type of way where I've formatted. I've done a mock-up format so I know where each picture is gonna go, how big it's gonna be, all the panels right there. I'm calling this comic Poop Dog's Smooth Move, and I'm coming along quite well. Also discussed in my previous videos, I have roughed in the panels, and the only thing I need to do now is set up the old ghetto GoPro so you guys can come along for the ride. I'm going to start with my pencils. I'm going to move on to the iPad Air 3, which I do all my work with, and I'm just going to run a time lapse so you guys can kind of get the gist of it, and we're going to read at the end. Oh, and before I forget, this is what we're working with today. This little thing is going to turn into 2 pages. I've roughed out the numbers for each one. I've decided to make them bigger, and this is a totally different comic from a different idea. Several hours later, probably 2.5, I've finished both pages of pencil sketches. Let's do a quick look at the first page. I know it's hard to see. Let's get into the inking on the iPad as fast as we can so that you guys can see it a little easier. There's a lot of strange facial expressions I had to work on in this one, so it took a little while, but I'm pleased with it. So let's get into the next phase. And well, bam, I'm done, finally. Took me about 6 hours. I'm just gonna print them now and then we can read them, finally. I've been working so long with this eye is super bloodshot. Poop Dog's Smooth Move.
Hi, honey. What you drinking?
Oh, this? This is my new healthy breakfast smoothie.
Oh boy, that sure looks good. Would you mind making me one of those?
I wouldn't, Dad. That darn poop dog's been rubbing his butt on the counter all morning. Nonsense. Besides, Sam's butt is extremely clean. So clean, you could eat off of it. Ew. Weird. You better watch out, Mom. Poop dog's getting awfully close to the blender. Oh. Ugh. He went for it. He pooped in your smoothie.
The darker it is, the more nutrient dense it is.
I've got to get rid of that poop dog. Well, thanks everybody for watching and supporting me through my journey of creating a comic book, The Adventures of Poop Dog. Next episode, I'm going to do a little bit of a change. I'm going to work on some of the funny advertising that's going to go into the comic, just as a bit of a switch up, and then we'll get back to some more comics. So stay tuned for the next one. I'll see you there.